Just gonna make a quick update video. So I'm at the sober house right now. It's not really confirmed at the moment that the grant will be 1 or 2 months, but I've talked to all the staff. They're not really worried about it. The grants usually go through, and in my case, because I'm unemployed, um, it'll probably be 2 months. My food stamps now is at 900 plus, and it stopped increasing, so I'll have 900 for whenever, and it will still be 194 every month on the 5th. So that'll actually go toward rent. So meaning I'm pretty much paid up for a second month by default anyway, with the food stamps. Secondly, those two medications, amoxiclav and acyclovir, I can't actually get anymore. The main infection that was causing the abscess is now gone. Now I just have to either figure out how to get it drained or go to a dentist. The acyclovir is not treating the other weird rash. It's these little bumps right down here, just scattered around. They don't itch, they don't burn, they don't really cause any actual irritation. There's just very, very, very small little bumps. And I was trying to explain, the doctor thought it was something else. It's not. Whatever medication, it's acyclovir. It's not actually treating anything, so I'll have to go to see a dermatologist or have to wait until this whole thing's done. But as of today, in Massachusetts, it's mandatory that we have to wear if I'm walking around outside on the sidewalk, we don't have to wear these. But if I walk anywhere where there's a lot of people gathering or in a store, so if I have to go into a store, we have to wear the masks. My mom made this one. It fits fine, and it's cloth. Who cares? I'm not going to be in the store anyway. I'm just chilling out at the house. There's plenty of food, plenty of coffee. This room right now, I have the bed over here. So the bed, very, very comfortable, nice blanket. The other bed is not occupied yet. It probably won't be. Like I said, I get the room by myself. There's one extra bed here, and downstairs there's 2 rooms with 2 beds each that are not occupied. So a lot of people do not want to come and stay in Pittsfield at a sober house. One, it's expensive unless you qualify, and I qualify for all of it because no felonies, no record, no active usage. I did go to a detox, and I'm unemployed. Plus, I get the food stamps. And I'm going to the meetings. We actually have physical meetings. They're not online. Zoom was doing a lot of conference online meetings, which I don't like. It's just weird. I could easily just watch a YouTube video or talk to someone else online, like I have been, with the email. There's people on VK. There's people on Facebook. Other friends that are sober. I was just getting kind of carried away with the living at the homeless shelter in Pittsfield. I came back to the Berkshire County is the county on the most left part of Massachusetts. This is where I've always grown up, Route 7. And I've lived at 5 different places on Route 7. One in Canaan, on Route 7. And then there was my mom's place in Sheffield, the place in Great Barrington I used to live at, and then the place across from Cumberland Farms up the street. And then now I'm on, technically this is 1st Street in Pittsfield, but if you look, it actually goes Route 7, 1st Street, and then it goes back to Route 7. So, whatever, it's Route 7. But, that's what, my home is Route 7. This house is on a home, but home is Route 7 in Berkshires. Which is funny because when I first found the homeless shelter, and I could point homeless shelters right up the street. If I walk out of this place and stand on the corner, I can see the homeless shelter. And what they did, they took the abandoned high school in the center of Pittsfield and they turned it into a homeless shelter. So it's a day shelter also. But it was just stressing me out because there was nothing to do there. I couldn't just make food. I couldn't be by myself. I couldn't do things. I couldn't even clean or do activities. I've been cleaning. Like anything I find needs to be cleaned, fixed, organized, I'll just do it. And no one has a problem with it. I get along with everyone here, and everyone's sober. Over there, everyone was looking for drugs, looking to steal something, or they would be just wasted. Everyone was just so, in order for me to like kind of ignore everyone, not fit in, but I was trying to like ignore everyone, I was drinking too. I would just be out drinking. And I'd come in and I only slept there twice. And the whole week that I was actually there multiple times, I only slept there twice. It's just annoying. You're in a room with 7 other people and everyone's snoring and you're on cots, you're not on beds. The one I was at before that was a good 2 miles east of here. I have no idea. East of here, on Housatonic Street, called Soldier On. That was the first one I went to when I came from when you sent that money. I went from West Springfield, 56 miles drive on Mass Pike, and I got to Pittsfield. First thing I did, I got my pack of cigarettes from Cumberland Farms, and I called this place called Soldier On. I have no idea what the hell that's. It just happens here and there, just dry cough. And I just walked up the street, 1.5 miles. They had a bed available, and then, or they had a mattress available, whatever. But at least I got a spot. So my mother came up yesterday because it was really nice and sunny all day. She dropped off my whole duffel bag of clothes that I hid in the woods in West Springfield. They found them because she went to visit my sister 2 days ago, and my mother was just like, you know what, let's take a walk down to the camp. He said he put them underneath some barrels. So what I did, there was only 4 total barrels around this entire campsite, and I found them and I put them in the center between a whole bunch of picnic tables. They were still, they weren't like set up to use, but they were still just sitting underneath this arbor. And I just call it an arbor because I don't have another name for it, but it's simple. It's just these 2, part of the roofs with some boards, whatever that. So it wasn't raining. The barrels covered up the duffel bag because it was what I had was okay. So it was the duffel bag, the huge duffel bag full of clothes. There was this green bag full of just miscellaneous stuff like speakers, and then there was like a rolling tote, the rolling tote that I brought to California, and it had a few things in it. So they brought everything. Everything was completely protected. The electronics actually still work. Nothing has any moisture on it. Nothing smells like mildew. So it worked. And no one bothered with these barrels because, like I said, I put them all together. So it's not like someone's going to kick over a barrel near something. They're going to kick over a barrel that's empty, that's sitting by itself. So, like I said, I thought smart. Got all those, and what I was missing most of all, I told you, was my shoes. I needed shoes, shorts, and short socks. So otherwise, I still have winter socks, and they're just too big. And I couldn't remember if I brought the dirty socks to Boston with the other clothes that I lost, or that I hid them somewhere. So then my mom, she drops off everything. She's like, "What is this bag of stuff?" Because I started taking stuff out of the duffel bag. I looked inside, all my socks. So last night, it was this bag full of all my short socks, all of them. And I was like, oh my god, of course. Of course, when I opened it up, it smelled disgusting. But I did the wash, and now I have a whole bag of socks. I have 3 pairs of shoes. I have an extra pair of pants. So now I have 6 pairs of pants. I have 3 pairs of shorts. I have at least 15 other t-shirts like this. I have 3 ties. I have my fedora back again. I got the WD-40. I got a couple tools. I got scissors so I can cut my hair. I got my sober coins back. So, each. So I can only really qualify for the first one right now. I've only been sober for, I think this coming Saturday will make 3 weeks. But this is the only coin that I qualify for right now. 24 hours to 29 days. When it gets to 30, I'll qualify for this one, which is 1 month. And then I have 1 month, 2, 3, and 4. I don't have any more than 4 because the group, Hang Together group in Boston that I used to stand at the podium, they didn't have any coins past, they didn't have the 5th month coin. They had the 6th month coin, but I never actually got the 6th month coin because they ran out. And I didn't want to wait for them to give me more. That's when I moved to Roslindale instead of moving to the Sober House. Either way, those 2 towns are too far away from Jamaica Plain. So, to me, here's Franklin Park, here's Dorchester, Upham's Corner, here's South Dorchester, here's Jamaica Plain. So Franklin Park is right here, the zoo is like right here, West Roxbury, Jamaica Plain, Roslindale. So I had a choice to go over to Dorchester to get the Sober House, which I didn't want because Red Line, and then you have downtown where Staples was. So Red Line, Orange Line, and then Roslindale's way down here. So like I said, either way, I'd still have to get to my meeting, I'd have to go from Dorchester, take a bus, cross through to Forest Hills on the Orange Line, and then head to Green Street. Yeah, Green Street Crossing, and then walk all the way to my meeting, which before being at Jamaica Plain at the halfway house, I just had to walk this distance versus Dorchester, go through the park, walk. So it was a pain in the ass, and that's why I didn't be able to finish the 6th month. But right now, like I said, in this town, as of today, there's a $300 fine if you're not wearing a mask around a lot of people, or if you go inside. So general public. But if you walk around outside by yourself and you bypass one person, it's not a thing, you know. And I'm glad, because that means less of the sketchy people will be walking into stores. So, and I have my mask. I actually have 2 more of the cloth masks. I have a fresh, like paper mask with the metal on the inside, and I have an older one. I have my nicotine patches. Obviously, I have the lozenges, which I'm not going to take because they're pointless. So the patch is always on me. I do smoke a little bit, but it's usually like 4 total cigarettes a day versus 20. And as soon as I light one up, if I inhale, there is no extra nicotine. What the patch is doing, it's doing continuous nicotine input, so it's bypassing the cigarette's inhale. I'm not getting into my lungs, I'm getting in my skin and bloodstream first. So if I smoke a cigarette, I only take like a few puffs, and I notice that dry smoke, you know, and yes, I like the smell and the taste of Turkish blend, but imagine you had a caffeine, it would probably pretty much work the same if I had a caffeine patch. Coffee after a while would only taste like coffee. There'd be no other reason to drink it. So I would drink a couple sips and then just put it down and walk away, and I'd save the coffee. So therefore, I'm smoking a cigarette, but I keep reminding myself there's no extra nicotine coming in. There just can't be. This is giving me extra. So it's pretty much pointless, but it's just a habit that I like doing. I like hand rolling the cigarettes. You know, and we do the 2 meetings here a day, physical meetings, so that I can have something to do. You can't go to any actual meetings. I don't actually need any money. I have my shopping list, but it's odds and ends, like a loofah. I have shampoo. Okay, so the end of this will be the important things that I need right now. Laptop. I need a laptop, and the cheapest one was the Chromebook, and it's still at Walmart, still on sale. They have the exact same laptop that was stolen, but the laptop is for all the other jobs that I can't apply for on job search. So, you know, Best Buy, Walmart, any of those jobs that aren't listed, or the format is just weird. I can't keep zooming in and trying to hit, text fields, and then the overlap of the keyboard will move the screen around. It's just annoying. I like jobs that I can just hit apply and submit my resume to, which I have saved as a PDF on my phone. I actually have at any time I can print the resume out, and you can see, I have it all formatted, the contact phone number, the jobs, and it's 2 full pages of job references. They go, it's McDonald's, copy and print, tech sales, Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, Subway, 2 gas stations, old Radio Shack, Stop and Shop, so there's grocery reference, detailing, cleaning of cars, basic skills. I can actually just use these 2 pages because the last one just says high school equivalent and then just says skills. And the link for my whatever. So, if I have to, that's my application. I'm not filling out any applications. I don't care. The 4th page, though, or the 3rd page, technically, that I want to make myself is the intake. So white, male, not Hispanic, no military service, not disabled. I'm receiving supplemental food benefits. Have I ever worked for this company before? Like the personal ones for the job specifically. And then there's the last one, which is the assessment. So which are all the same questions for any job that I apply for. Pretty much. But after this, I'm gonna try to figure out how to shave because my razor's just dull. But like I said, the important things, I need razors, I need a laptop, and I need what was the last thing I needed? Oh, $50, because she also brought up the extra hidden copy of my birth certificate. So the form for the driver's license replacement is all filled out. All I need to do is call the DMV, the driver's whatever, and bring the form, set up an appointment, and then have $50 with the copy of it. That's it. And I get the replacement in a week. Because all I want to do is change the address to Pittsfield. The photo's still the same. The license number's still the same. I forget what the other one was. It was just change of address in a replacement card. The other one can be canceled, but it's kind of invalid anyway because no one looks like me, and the address is in Boston. So they stole it in West Springfield, which is a good 150 miles away. And the birth certificate, like I said, didn't have the social security number on it, so there's no identity theft. And they have no contact info, like my phone number, my email addresses, passwords, all that stuff. That was the first thing I did the next day after everything was stolen, was change all the passwords. And this phone, I haven't received any security alerts at all since that was stolen. So, and I got the replacement debit card and PayPal card. Those are all changed. So they pretty much screwed themselves. I mean, like I said, the laptop, if you know how to factory reset it, but in order to factory reset it, you have to sign into the administrator, which is me, which I changed the password for. So they can only use a guest account, which you can't really do much on a guest account. And a guest account, unlike if I add a user, a guest account pretty much just uninstalls and deletes all info every time they log out or turn the computer off. So that means they would have to reset up everything over again. They could try to pawn it, but the laptop still has my account info locked. So they would have to figure out how to factory reset it, and you can do that, but then, it's like whatever. The laptop's only worth $20. If you try to pawn that laptop, it was only worth $20. My dad bought it specifically. He knows those reasons. I like to buy refurbs. So if someone tries to pawn it, they know it was previously owned. They know that someone owns it now. Therefore, it's only worth like 5% of the original. So this phone right here, I paid $50 at Walmart for. On TrackPhone, it's only $14.99. So they'll reference the lowest price that it can possibly be bought for online or on the actual website, and then they'll give you 5% of that. So what's 5% of $14.99? Exactly. It's pointless. What is it, $2 or something? I don't even think no, it's not even $2. It's like you'd get $1 for this. That's why when I went to Walmart, I tried to go with the phone. You can recycle phones, or you can get cash back from phones. And I paid $85 for the LG Aristo 4. But technically, I paid for 2 months of service, $40 each month, and then $5 activation fee. The phone was free. So when if I did the other phone, it was broken. It said they were going to give me $14 for it. I'm like, the phone's worth $150 retail, but the lowest price was actually, I think, no, that's right. 10% of 150 is $15. So even if by retail, that phone was only worth $15 in cash. So trying to steal a phone and sell it even at Walmart is impossible. Pawn shops will only give you 5%. So, which would have been $7 for a broken phone. It's like, oh, okay, cool enough to buy, a pint or something, but I've never had, in Springfield, in Boston, it was broken phones and lost phones, and Great Barrington, same thing. In Pittsfield, it's stolen phones. Phones are stolen all the time, which like I said, is pointless. If it's an iPhone, you can't use it. When it locks, you can't use it. If it's an Android and it locks, there's button combinations to factory reset it, but then you need to set it up again. The phone number is still active. You need to take the SIM chip out. If this phone, you can take the battery out, the battery cover off, take the battery out, and the SIM card out. But on newer phones, it's completely sealed. So if you have a SIM card in there, it might be just stuck in there, or you'd have to get the little the paper clip to pop the SIM card tray out, and then it'll always say that stupid annoying message on no SIM card inserted, yada yada, services invalid. So yeah, phone thefts are the most pointless things to do. Wallets, because everyone has cards, are another pointless thing unless you have cash. I never have cash. But yeah, that's the current update. I was trying to make it simpler, but there's a lot that I'm trying to get done right now. Even the doctor called me saying that all the tests were negative for everything. So the acyclovir isn't doing anything. Like I said, for that thing, I have to figure out what to do with that. I still have to go to a dentist. Like I said, the swelling is reduced only because the infection's gone. That's what the amoxicillin's for. It's not to reduce the swelling in total. I haven't been getting any major pain, so I haven't been taking any ibuprofen. I still have the one prescribed one, and I have a regular one over there. So I just need really $50, and I can get my driver's license back, and then I can get a job, and then that's it. I just can't get a job without a driver's license. So I need money to get the license, and that's it. I'm not thinking about the other one, the flip side, or the going around the circle and stuff. I need $50, get an appointment, get the driver's license, get a job.